So how did you react when you first heard the title, Let's Kill Hitler?
I think it's a brilliant title. I love it. It's like, there's so many things about this episode that when I read it, and kind of including the title, that I just went, you can't say that. But it's brilliant. I think I don't know, maybe it's had some people up in arms. I think it's a brilliant episode of Doctor Who. And I love it when they go back to real moments in history. But yeah, it's just Stephen being hilarious. So well done him.
And how much fun was it getting to punch Hitler in the face?
It was brilliant being able to punch Hitler in the face. I mean, that again was one of those moments that you read in the script. You're like, oh yes, I get to do that, which happens quite a lot on this job. But I think this episode has some real corkers in it. Yeah, there's just some brilliant moments. It's Stephen. I mean, if you're going to go back and see Hitler, there's certain things that you want to happen, and he's not afraid to go there. So yeah, it's good.
And which side of Rory do you enjoy playing more, the Joker or the action hero?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of getting used to the action hero stuff. I mean, it's kind of action hero in Rory's kind of bumbling way, and because I'm so actiony myself, I do try and tone down my prowess and my masculineness to play the role. But yeah, that side is really fun. But then it's always fun kind of having a bit of a joke and being awkward. So yeah, variety is the spice of life.
And has the reaction of Doctor Who fans changed to you now that you are a series regular?
Yeah, I suppose it has. I mean, what's so nice about Doctor Who fans is they're all so lovely, generally. I mean, we don't ever really get anyone coming up to us with kind of hate in their eyes. It's always because people love the show. So yeah, it's been brilliant, actually. And, if people are just so enthusiastic about it, and it means something to, without being too deep about it, it kind of means something to people. And so yeah, the reaction is always really good and positive and nice.
And with Amy and the Doctor being the more experienced travellers and Rory the new boy, do you feel like he's the everyman and sort of the eyes of the audience?
Yeah, I'm very conscious to kind of make him react to things like kind of most people would react to, because it's Amy is so sucked into that world, and Rory is kind of more and more getting sucked into it, and it's becoming normal for him. And I think he's very conscious of keeping a level of reality, keeping kind of his wits about him, and making sure that he's questioning things, because otherwise it could go completely nuts. But yeah, I think that's kind of his role, one of his roles within the group.
And we learned that Rory still has at least some of his memories from his time guarding Amy. Will that be explored more in the new episodes?
Who knows? I think it's kind of affected him and the way he reacts to certain things. I'm not going to say if we're going to talk about it or not, but I think it has had quite a massive effect on his personality. I mean, it's kind of funny because his whole aim through that was to getting Amy back. So he's got her back, and then it's kind of like he can just try and start from where they left off. But that something as huge as that has to affect you in some ways.
And just finally, do you have a favourite episode from this second half of the series?
I do. My favourite episodes always change. This is a corker, and it's brilliant. This one and The Girl Who Waited, I think, are brilliant. The Girl Who Waited is really excellent, and Karen does a brilliant job in it. So yeah, those are two to watch out for. But all the other ones are equally as good.